This is DJI mic. This is probably the simplest, most capable Swiss knife-like wireless microphone setup I've ever used. Take a look at this. These are wireless transmitters. They can send encrypted audio to your receiver. And the receiver is connected to your device and your audio is recorded. In an unobstructed area, this has 250 meters wireless range. But here is where it gets better. This transmitter can also record audio by itself to itself. You can simply grab this and hit record and start recording audio just like that. Which means you don't need to worry about the range, the audio interruptions, or anything. Your audio is recorded no matter what happens on the other side. And this thing has a built-in omnidirectional microphone. What that means is I can hold this in any direction I want and it's gonna record the audio the same way. These directional microphones, they have to face you, so if I get out of their range, if I get out of their target, I'm gonna sound a little different. But with this, I don't have that problem. And if we are in a windy environment, this thing has this windshield which locks in so it doesn't fall off. And now the wind is not a problem. But if you want to use your own lavalier microphone, well, we have the microphone input here as well. This thing holds up to 14 hours, 24-bit, 48 kilohertz wave audio file in itself because it has 8 gigabyte internal storage. You can actually even put your own files in it. So once you're done recording, using the USB-C port here, you can just connect this to your computer, or even works on iPad as well, and transfer your files to your computer. According to DJI, this thing has 5.5 hour operation time, and in my test, this thing by itself can record more than 5 hours easily. So what that means is if you're going to go to a convention or anything like that, you don't need to constantly worry about running out of batteries or similar stuff. This is gonna be fine. It is super easy to operate. As you can see, we have indicators about what's going on here. We are recording. We are not connected to the receiver, and we have an on-off button here. We have the USB-C port there, and then we have pairing button here, and then recording button there. If you want to clip this, we have this really nice clip with really nice teeth and this rubberized parts here that just allows this to stay on, and you don't need to worry about dropping it. And it is light. It also has this really strong magnet. So if you want to snap this onto something, you can. And if you don't want to use it magnetized, you can take this off and use it by itself. And my favorite way of wearing the microphone is with this magnetic lanyard. You can get it from DJI. It comes with the Action 2. You can just snap onto that. And as you can see, it's here. I saw this from Javan and I thought it was genius. It's a really good thing. It's a really easy way to wear this microphone. And I've been actually doing this quite a lot. Of course, what matters the most when it comes to the microphone is the audio quality. And to test the audio quality, I'm gonna use built-in microphone on one of these and the lavalier microphone on the other one. And while we're switching back and forward between the lavalier microphone and the built-in microphone, I'd like to ask you, have you seen me in DJI's release video for the DJI mic? Because I was part of the release and it was fantastic. Years ago, I was watching the Inspire drone release. I was sitting on my couch here watching the release on TV, and I wished so much I was there. And years later, here we are working with the brands I really like and talking about the products I really enjoy. So thank you, DJI, for sponsoring this video. Actually, the way they sponsored is they made sure I release a video, and then they decided kind of on the time I release it, on the month I release it. But other than that, this is my script, and all the experiences are actually mine. Now, the case, this case keeps everything tidy and in its place. So when it's time to travel, I just throw this into the bag without worrying about this being next to anything, this being next to the mounts or other stuff. It just keeps everything nice and safe in there. But here's the thing, just like AirPods case, this thing actually charges the devices inside. It can actually charge all of them up to 1.8 times. So let's say you are at location A, you use these microphones for a couple of hours, and now it's time to go to location B. As soon as you put these into its case, they start charging and getting ready for the next shoot. It also means if you're a one-man band and if you're using only one of these microphones, and if you're using it for a real long time, and this is running out of battery after 5 hours, you can put this one in, take this one out, and continue recording while the other one is charging. And the great thing is, as soon as you put these into the case, they pair. You don't need to go into the settings and then hit the pair button or anything. And the second you open this up, as you can see, it shows you all the battery levels of these devices. Also, we see the battery level of the case, and these values are always on the correct side. So if I take this one out and switch places, as you can see, the one with 8.3 hours remaining is now on this side. And if I take this out and put it back here, as you can see, now it's on the left side. Now let's talk about the receiver, because the receiver is very nicely done. As you can see, as soon as I take it out of its box, I can see a lot of information. I can see the signal level, I can see the battery level of the receiver, I can see the battery level of the microphones, the sound level, audio level of the microphones, and the mode we're recording in. This is also a touch screen. So with whatever microphone I want to change the settings to, I can swipe up from that side. So if I swipe up from this, we're changing the settings for this microphone with 8.3 hours recording time remaining. But if I swipe up from this side, we are changing the settings for this one. So if I go here, check this out. When I hit record, did you hear that? I can start recording this from my receiver, but it also vibrates, so the person who's wearing it knows something is up. Same thing goes for muting. When I mute, it vibrates and lets the person know something is going on. Also, I can go and format the internal storage. When I swipe from top to bottom, I go to my settings, and here we have the mono setting. This records everything into a mono channel. So if I'm wearing this and the person I'm interviewing is wearing it, it all gets recorded into one mono channel. But I can tap on it and I can have a safety channel. Safety channel has -6 decibel quieter sound. So if my guest or me laughs really loud or something really loud happens, there's a channel on the stereo audio wave. There's a safe channel that is 6 decibels quieter, so I can switch to that when there's something peaking and use that in my video. Or I can tap and record in stereo. That means one microphone goes to one channel, the other one goes to the other channel. To me, this is one of the best ways to record because then I can adjust if someone's quieter or louder. Let's go back to the settings. We have the receiver gain, we have the volume for headphone out, because we have a headphone out here, which is really useful when you're monitoring what's going on. We have the transmitter settings, and in transmitter settings we can have low cut, we have transmitter gain, we have record, stop, lock, auto record. This means as soon as you take it out of the case, it starts recording. And vibration notification, you can turn that off if you want. And LED brightness of these LEDs. And then of course we have the regular settings. This is for pairing. And then brightness, language, date and time, reset, version, because you can update the firmware, and compliance info. So it's really good. And when you tap on this button, the screen gets locked. So when you're mounting this on something, when you need to hold it this way, you're not accidentally changing any settings. We also have the Usbc connection, which can also be used for charging. So what that means is I can actually use this longer than 5 hours. This can be on my camera. I can charge this, and this can be on me, and I can be charging this as well with the USB-C, and I can keep on using it as long as I want. On this side, we have the audio out, we have the headphone out, and This clip, by the way, all of these clips are compatible with the shoe mount, so it just goes in here. It takes a really tiny space and gives you all the information you need. And then for this setup, I need to connect audio out to my microphone in. And that's it, we're ready. But then, for example, if you want to use it with your iPhone, this comes off. And then we have this adapter. And boom. Even with the case, by the way, now it's going to work with the iPhone. It's going to record my audio to my iPhone. Or you can use it with the action camera. There you go. Now Action 2 can also record my audio. But as usual, there are a couple of things I like to talk about before we finalize the video. And one of those things is, as you can see, this case is great, but it doesn't hold everything. For example, if I'm carrying the windshields, this cable, and my lavalier mic, as you can see, I carry this other case with me. And this thing actually comes with a pouch where you can put all of those stuff in. But I really wished it had like a tiny Barbie drawer kind of thing, maybe magnetic, that just went in there and I put my stuff in there. Maybe a third-party manufacturer can do this. I wish the buttons of all of these components were a little stiffer compared to this, or maybe they were a little in towards inside the product so it doesn't get pushed around easier, like the button we have on our Apple Watch. Or maybe a lock system could have been nice, maybe double tap the home button to lock. By the way, of course, I'm being nitpicky here, but the thing I really like most about the DJI mic is I can put my shotgun mic on my camera and set this camera up and just wear this microphone, and I have the entire freedom and the richness of different kinds of audio. I can record my audio and I can clap when I start recording and then synchronize both audios with the footage on the camera. And I can be close to the camera, I can turn around, I can go away, doesn't matter. I will not be out of the range, there's not going to be any interruptions or anything. And this gives me all the flexibility with a very simple solution. And this is, I think, kind of the way I like to use this the most. I usually just grab this. I don't even need the case because I don't shoot for 5 hours. And I just put this into my pocket. I grab my lavalier mic if I don't want it to show like this, and get the job done. So it's a really useful product that is in my arsenal and that is being used, as you can see. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you very much once again DJI for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know what you think. If you're using a microphone, what's your microphone setup? Is there a wireless system you like, or do you like wired systems, or do you like shotgun microphones? I really enjoy. I don't know if you guys ever realized, but I have 2 shotgun microphones up here, one here and one there, and they are recording in stereo. This video is actually in stereo, and I kind of mix it together to give this more spacious feeling while you're watching it, because when I go here or when I go here, you must be kind of able to feel it, especially if you're watching it with headphones. I did this, I don't know, a while ago. I took a really long break from YouTube, waiting for it to fix itself, you know. But I think YouTube is fixing itself. I wanna believe. Anyway, until I see you the next time, take really good care of yourselves, and hoşça kalın.